Kim Sae Ron has officially filed a 12 billion Korean won, approximately $9 million United States dollars, lawsuit against individuals involved in spreading allegations regarding his relationship with the late actress Kim Sae Ron. On March 31, Kim held a press conference to address the accusations that he had dated Kim Sae Ron when she was a minor and that he contributed to her death by pressuring her over financial debt. During the 45-minute event, Kim tearfully refuted these claims, consistently referring to Kim Sae Ron as the deceased, rather than by name. Kim firmly stated, "I did not have a relationship with her while she was underage, and it is not true that she made a tragic choice because of debt-related pressure from me or my agency." Following the press conference, his legal representative announced their intention to take strong legal action. To clarify the facts, we have decided to pursue both criminal complaints and civil lawsuits against the involved parties, the lawyer said. He added, "We have filed criminal complaints against individuals claiming to be relatives of the deceased, including a person who identified herself as her aunt, as well as the operators of the YouTube channel, Garo Sero Institute, Gasayon." A civil lawsuit seeking 12 billion won in damages has also been submitted to the Seoul Central District Court. This legal action comes in response to repeated public statements from Kim Sae Ron's alleged family members and YouTubers, which accused Kim Soo Hyun of grooming, emotional abuse, and neglect, claims that Kim strongly denies. Full translation of Kim Soo Hyun's press conference statement. Kim Soo Hyun's statement: "First of all, I'm sorry. It feels like too many people are suffering because of me. And I feel deep sorrow thinking that the deceased may not be resting in peace. I've always thought of myself as a coward. I was always too focused on protecting what I had. I couldn't even trust kindness shown to me. I was constantly afraid of losing something, of being harmed. I kept running away and denying things. That's why it took me so long to stand here today. I kept thinking, what if I had just said everything from the start? If I had, maybe the fans who've loved me, and the company staff who've worked so hard behind the scenes to get to this press conference, wouldn't have had to suffer so much. Every time something about our private relationship was exposed, I thought, let's just talk about it all tomorrow, let's end this hellish situation myself. But each time, I hesitated. I worried about how my decision might affect the people around me. What if I end up hurting not just myself but everyone else too? Even when the deceased posted a photo of us together while Queen of Tears was airing, I hesitated. The deceased and I were in a relationship for about a year, 5 years ago, 4 years before Queen of Tears aired. But at the time, I denied it. I understand that it's natural to criticize me for that decision. I also understand if you find it hard to believe what I say now about our relationship. But this may be my only chance to speak about this publicly, so I would be truly grateful if you could just hear me out once. After becoming an actor, I received more love than I ever deserved. I didn't have much to begin with, but I ended up with so much to protect. When Queen of Tears aired, as a lead actor, there were so many things I had to safeguard. I kept thinking, what will happen if I acknowledge a past relationship from years ago? What about the actors I worked with? The staff who stayed up all night on set? The producers who poured everything into this project? My agency? Every time the human Kim Soo Hyun and the star Kim Soo Hyun faced a choice, I chose to be the star. That's why I was scared every day. What if everything I tried to protect as a star ends up backfiring on me? But even if I could go back to the time Queen of Tears was airing, I would still make the same choice. I had to. I couldn't make that decision just to ease my own conscience. No matter how I think about it, I don't think that would have been right. I believe that's the burden I must carry for choosing this life as Kim Soo Hyun. If people say my decision was cowardly or selfish, I'll accept that. And I apologize to everyone who has supported me. Even now, I'm full of worry. I'm anxious about what consequences my words today might bring. But because I am the person I am, I knew I had to speak eventually. Some people gave me this advice: just go with the flow, accept things halfway to manage the risk, fade from the spotlight, and come back later. Maybe if I had listened to them, none of our private lives would have been exposed like this. Maybe I wouldn't have received threats every day like, "I'm going to post this photo tomorrow, I'll expose everything." Maybe I wouldn't have been humiliated by the leakage of personal information. But I couldn't go along with it. I couldn't accept the demand to call lies the truth while being blackmailed. Now, I want to address the part you're probably most curious about. I did not date the deceased when she was a minor. And it's not true that she made a tragic decision because I turned away from her or because my agency pressured her financially. Aside from both of us being actors, we were just a normal couple. We dated with genuine feelings and later broke up as time passed. After that, we barely kept in contact. Like most former couples, it's difficult to stay in touch. We were both public figures, and when the deceased was still under the same agency, I had some idea of how she was doing, which made it even more complicated. That's also why I couldn't easily reach out after her DUI incident. I heard from a YouTube channel representing her family that her last agency's CEO claimed she was suffering because of me. But to my knowledge, she was in a relationship with someone else at the time. That's why I was especially careful. I didn't know what to say to her while we were living separate lives. You may think this all sounds like excuses. I, too, often just wanted to stay quiet, no matter what the world said. I've always received overwhelming love, but that also comes with misunderstandings. False information spreads like it's the truth, but I thought, that too is something I must endure. However, her family is now saying that because I was her ex-boyfriend, I drove her to her death. They're even demanding I confess to things I never did. That I groomed her from when she was a minor, that I pressured her with money, that I caused her death, so I must be a murderer. Please listen to this audio recording. After her family revealed our relationship, the YouTube channel released testimony from the head of her last agency. They claimed my agency pressured her with a second certified debt notice. But in a phone call from a year ago, the same person said something entirely different. I ask you to listen for yourselves. Plays recorded call. I learned more through this controversy, and the truth about that second certified notice is now clear. I don't know why the former CEO of her last agency is now saying things completely contrary to that earlier call. If I've done anything wrong, I'll admit it. If I need to take responsibility, I will. But I can't say I did something I didn't do. The voice recordings presented by the family were all made after this controversy started, just like the KakaoTalk messages they initially released. Those KakaoTalk messages contain too many inaccuracies to have been written by the deceased. The messages said they were from 2016, but the attached photo is from 2019. The age difference is wrong. The name and duration of her contract with the agency are also incorrect. And the deceased never did casting or visual directing work at our agency. She only worked as an actress. Recently, the family held a press conference and revealed another set of KakaoTalk messages, allegedly between me and the deceased. That same YouTube channel used those messages to label me a pedophile and accuse me of grooming a minor. But the person talking to her in the 2016 messages is not the same as in 2018. To prove this, I submitted the 2016 and 2018 messages, along with recent KakaoTalk conversations with my acquaintances, for scientific analysis. The Forensic Institute concluded that the person in the 2016 and 2018 messages is not the same individual. This was the hardest part. Every time we responded to their claims, they would release new audio clips. They manipulated the timeline of photos and videos. They released edited images of KakaoTalk chats, not the originals. Based on the fact that I once dated the deceased, fake testimonies and forged evidence have kept coming. I'll accept all criticism for my choices. But that doesn't make falsehoods into truth. Just like I submitted my KakaoTalk messages for verification, I urge the family to submit all their so-called evidence to the authorities for a proper investigation. If they truly believe it's genuine, then let it be examined legally. Even now, I have people who look up to me, people I am responsible for. And I've been watching them suffer every day. I don't know what will be exposed or distorted next to paint me as a murderer. After this press conference, I have no idea what fake evidence or testimony will be released to destroy my reputation and hurt the people around me. But if I give in to their coercion and call lies the truth, I would be betraying not only myself as a person, but everyone who ever trusted and loved the star Kim Sae Ron. I'd be telling them, you loved garbage. You were fooled. I would leave behind wounds that never heal. No matter how much of a public mask I wear as a celebrity, that is something I cannot do. I will take full responsibility for the things I did. I will accept any criticism. But I will not take responsibility for things I did not do. For the sake of everyone who still believes in me, I had to speak that truth. I'm not asking you to believe me. I promise to prove it. Thank you. Legal representative's statement. As you just heard, actor Kim Sae Ron has spoken directly about this matter. I will now make an announcement on behalf of the agency. In line with his personal statement, Kim Sae Ron and his agency, gold medalist, have decided to take legal action to clarify the facts. Our law firm has filed a criminal complaint with the Gangnam police station against the individuals claiming to be family members, including an unnamed person identifying herself as the deceased's aunt, as well as the operators of the YouTube channel, Garo Sero Institute, for defamation through the spread of false information via the internet. We have attached the forensic reports as supporting evidence. We have also submitted a civil lawsuit to the Seoul Central District Court seeking 12 billion won, approximately $9 million United States dollars, in compensation for financial damages and emotional distress caused to Kim Sae Ron and his agency. We ask for your understanding regarding our decision to forego a QA session. Since legal proceedings are now underway, the matter is officially under investigation and must be handled through judicial processes. As the legal representatives of Kim Sae Ron and his agency, we kindly request your patience and understanding. See also, Kim Sae Ron denies dating Kim Sae Ron when she was a minor.